The Nike A1, as you guys can see, looks super futuristic, but I'm here to break it down and tell you, is it all hype or is it just something completely new that we all should be accustomed to? Now, that being said, I've had these for about 2 or 3 days, and I gotta say, there are a couple of things that surprised me with the shoe, so I recommend you stay tuned and watch the video throughout. And there is something in this shoe that honestly Nike might go ahead and change moving forward because they added a new system in the cushioning setup. But let's go ahead and talk about the shoe, you guys. This is the Nike A1, and I was saying, and the color is like a golden sail, also with like, or not a golden sail, but I believe it's like metallic gold. There we go, metallic gold with sail. So with that being said, you guys can see it looks very nice. There even is some sparkles on it, which I will show you guys with a more in-depth look on the B-roll clips. But I gotta say, very, very nice shoe. And I'm gonna tell you guys about whether it's true to size, and just a little disclaimer for all people maybe watching my channel for the first time. My reviews like this is not a performance review. It's very much of me putting the shoes on, see how they feel. I am a hooper, so I have a little bit of validity to this, and I also do sneaker reviews on a regular, so I can kind of tell if a shoe is comfortable, whether it gives you good ride and traction, things like that. Which honestly, that traction is something I really got to speak on, which I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit later in the video. But first off, I know this shoe is newly released. That's how I went ahead and picked up the sneaker. I recommend you guys comment down below any sneakers you guys want me to get on the channel, because I am keep myself updated. But if there's any sneaker you guys want that you guys want me to give you guys a little better look, so you have just a better idea of how the shoe is going to be when you buy it, I will definitely go ahead and take the hit for you guys. So if you want a channel that's going to give you reliable sneaker reviews, this is going to be the one to subscribe to. But yeah, I did get this shoe from Dick's Sporting Goods. I believe it was pretty budget friendly. I think it was at like $130, but I will go ahead and confirm that when I edit this video. But anyways, very, very nice shoe. And the first thing I do want to talk about is the design and first impressions. The design is very, very dope. I definitely rock with the design. The sparkles is a little something to get used to for me for sure, but I gotta say, first impressions having them on, it's like definitely a shoe that I would definitely like to have for sure. It has a very nice feel, very nice padding and things of that. But besides that, I don't want to get too much into the comfort. I definitely want to say this shoe has a nice, sleek, sculpted midsole design, you guys. The futuristic curves and aerodynamic shaping just look amazing. You definitely do have a breathable engineered mesh upper with synthetic support panels. You got that large tooth placement with subtle reflective detailing. And man, this shoe is very, very dope. And trust me, once I put these on, it definitely wasn't something I would expect. And yeah, you guys, very, very dope shoe that you definitely, looking at it, it looks like a very dope shoe. Don't make it seem like I just didn't think this shoe would be about it. But for the amount of price you get this shoe for and what it gives, I feel like it definitely gives you a great return on value. But let's go ahead and talk about the overall comfort and cushioning. I feel like that's very important when it comes to hooping. So comfort, this one, as I was kind of saying before, it kind of has something I feel like Nike will implement more in the future, and it has this new foam system. Now this new foam system is called the A foam system, and it's similar to the React, but it's a little lighter and bouncier, which is going to be super dope if you want a sneaker that's going to be agile and very explosive. But with that being said, you have a nice step in feel, which is soft yet stable. It's ideal for all day wear. Contoured insole basically just adapts slightly over time for a more personalized comfort, which I feel like is kind of for all type of sneakers. I feel like, you know, you get you a pair of foam posits, for example, like I just did last week on a review. They may come a little stiff, which I'm not saying these are not as stiff as a foam posits. For an example, I feel like there's generally all shoes that will get a more personalized fit as you kind of put them on and kind of like, you know, just break them in a little bit. So now that we kind of got the comfort and cushioning, I do want to say this shoe, I got it at size 10.5. As far as it being true to size, honestly, my feet were at the toe spot, like the very end. And for me personally, I feel like it's a little too close, especially for a hooping shoe. So I got the shoe at 10.5. I probably would have got it in an 11, but then again, I kind of just got it in the store and I just thought they would all fit. So yeah, that's kind of my bad on that. So I would have gotten 11. So I feel like for anybody out there that has like a regular size foot, not wide foot, I would probably go 11 or like an extra half size up. And if you're maybe a wide footer, I recommend going a full size up. That's what I like. That's what I gotta say personally. That's what I'm guessing. I do not have a wide foot, so take that with a grain of salt. And I recommend you can check out the links in the description if you do want to purchase this sneaker as well. But I also do recommend check them out in person so you don't have to go ahead and get you the wrong size. I definitely am not here to mislead you. I'm just here to provide you some value. So we have talked about the comfort and cushioning, but here is where things get really tricky, you guys, because the outsole design, that's where Nike might have overthought it a little bit. That's what I'm gonna just say for now. But the outsole is, I would say there's pros and cons to it. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. Now, the traction and performance. I gotta say the outsole uses multi-directional rubber pods for grip, and I gotta say it's very great. I'm gonna give you guys a little on-foot look, and even when I was kind of walking around the house, because they do have like a hardwood type of floor type of feeling, the grip is amazing. I've had some other basketball sneakers in the past where they didn't make that squeak right out the box, but I gotta say this is definitely one of the ones that had like that nice, you can tell like it's gonna be a very nice court feel when you are hooping. So if you want some good grip, I definitely recommend it in that aspect. Now, it does work well, I've heard, in the indoor services when you're actually performing with the shoe, and I've heard it's decent on the outdoor courts. Now, I've heard it's not built for full-on performance sports, and I guess it's more of a lifestyle performance hybrid. Now, me personally, coming from someone that has hooped in a pair of Vans, I just feel like that's totally wrong. I feel like maybe a pair of Vans you could say that for, but I feel like in terms of hooping, I feel like I could really hoop in these shoes right here, indoor or outdoor. I definitely recommend hooping at indoor, but that's what I'm always say. I'm just more of an indoor hooper type person, even though as a kid I did hoop outdoor. But I feel like these shoes, to be at its full potential, I definitely recommend you hoop indoor with these shoes. Now, let us go ahead and talk about what surprised me the most. And it definitely wasn't the grip, it was about how durable this shoe is. So as far as the durability with these shoes right here, the upper feels very premium, you guys. It definitely doesn't feel like a shoe that's cheap, but doesn't give you the quality you need. It's definitely very premium, and there's no glue stains or weak stitching. Now, you definitely do have a very durable heel structure, which gives you that solid Nike lockdown feel. The midsole definitely holds up shape even after extended wear. And speaking of looks, this just might be one of the best designed sneakers in terms of the basketball world. I definitely like the way they took this. I've never seen a shoe with sparkles on it. But yeah, that's definitely different to me. I just like, they have a bunch of different colorways coming out. I believe there is a black one that came out the same day. I'll give you guys a little look. And if you guys want that link, I can definitely give you that. But let's go ahead and talk about the style and lifestyle appeal, because this shoe can definitely be worn in the, not only the sports environment, but as a lifestyle sneaker, because as we do see, people do wear basketball sneakers in an outside environment. So in terms of that style and lifestyle appeal, this shoe is minimalist, but it has that futuristic type of feel to it. It's easy to dress up or down, and it pairs well with both streetwear and athletic fits. Now, it comes in multiple colorways. It has that classic black and white and bold gradient versions, where I go ahead and show you guys the best that I can with all the different colorways I have in this shoe right here. But yeah, that's a style and lifestyle appeal. I've never really been a person to wear sneakers or basketball sneakers for that matter aside when I was a kid. But yeah, I definitely have to just add that in there for those that do. So this shoe is definitely not perfect, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of the pros and cons. I feel like it's always good to kind of lay those out so you guys know what's good about the shoe, but also what's bad. I feel like you gotta get best of both worlds. So this shoe is incredibly comfortable with that new A foam cushioning. It has very nice ankle support. It just feels like your feet is like very planted in the shoe, and it feels very supported. So I gotta say, it's very nice in that area. Great build quality for a debut model, and it's very stylish, and it has a versatile design, and it's lightweight and breathable for everyday use. Now, of course, the cons. 3 cons to that fact: it's not ideal for serious performance events, but that's kind of a debatable question. I feel like it can be, but it also is not. In my opinion, I feel like you can hoop in this, so I don't feel like that is necessarily the most truest point. I feel like it just depends. Now, the price might feel high for casual wearers. I know some people, even some people in my family, are just not accustomed to paying, like, let's say for a running shoe, like over $150. They feel like it's not a good investment. So if you feel like maybe $140, which $150, which I think this shoe is around, if you feel like that's maybe too much, I definitely recommend maybe trying the shoe on, because this shoe, again, it's gonna last you quite some time. So I definitely recommend, if you like the shoe and you rock with it and it's within your budget, like you can spend the money, I definitely recommend try it out. I feel like once you try these things out and pay the extra money, I feel like you'll see why people do it. And I definitely want to say, be open. I feel like if you're open, you'll definitely, at least you tried it, and maybe if you don't like it, at least you know you don't like it. But I feel like you shouldn't just not try it because you feel like the price or something like that is too high. But there are limited colorways at launch, which is kind of a con per se, but I'm sure there are gonna be colorways that are gonna be rolling out soon in the future. So there is a few flaws, but here is the real question. Is it worth buying right now, or should you wait? So I'm gonna give you guys my final verdict. And if you're looking for like an everyday sneaker, per se, or like just a nice sneaker you can go ahead and hoop in that gives you that comfort, futuristic design, and Nike level craftsmanship, I would say yes, 100%. It's perfect for walking, gym sessions, travel, or just flexing casually. But if you're looking for a true performance shoe like a KD or LeBron line, this probably isn't it. I would say it's a lifestyle first sneaker with an athletic DNA, not the other way around. I feel like if you are more accustomed to maybe like a Kobe per se, or you know, those more performance focused sneakers, I definitely say maybe try a different option. But I say don't see this sneaker as one of those that can't do it. I feel like it's definitely one of those that's very interchangeable, and I feel like it can play both ways. So definitely don't let that point shy you away from this sneaker. Would I buy this sneaker for myself personally? Now, if I was hooping, to be honest, I probably wouldn't go for this shoe. If it was me personally, I just think I would go for, honestly, a Kobe or something of that sort. And I'm not, like, I like the lifestyle appeal and like maybe gym sessions and walks and stuff like that, but it's just not really my cup of tea. The shoe is very nice, comfort is nice, but it's something that I definitely can find a better option for me personally. But if this definitely compels you, remember to check out the link in the description. And if you do purchase, it does help out the channel, so I greatly appreciate it. But I hope this review was helpful you guys. Make sure you guys share this video, maybe someone that is in the market for a shoe like this. Leave a like so I can go ahead and reach more people, and also just lets me know what videos you like, so I feel like it's really a win-win situation. And with that being said, of course, I got sneaker releases rolling out every single week, and I'm gonna get you guys at least 4 different sneakers. So if you definitely want a reliable sneaker creator, hit that subscribe and notification bell. But before I cut you guys off, I have a bunch of basketball sneakers that I will be reviewing, and I already have some already out. So I recommend, if you want to keep this going, click my playlist right here, which will give you guys all the sneaker reviews I've done. I'll see y'all there.